Hello again and welcome to City Talk Pittsburgh here on City Channel Pittsburgh. I'm John McIntire and we are on the first floor of the City County building, a veritable beehive of activity with Chief Urban Affairs Officer Valerie McDonald. Valerie, welcome to the program.
John, it's good to be here.
So in 1994, as you already know, you became the first African American woman City Council member. How was that?
I didn't even look at myself as the first African American woman anything. I was just there as a council member. I had a job to do. I had to represent my community. I had initiatives I wanted to enact. I wanted issues I wanted to address. And it didn't matter if I was male, female, black or white or other. It doesn't matter.
So you were treated with respect and dignity?
Absolutely.
This is not nearly as interesting as I thought it was going to be, Valerie.
John, I'm sorry.
I wanted some scandal. I wanted some mistreatment.
Well, let me tell you something. The guys that I work with, they were sharks. I work with the likes of Furlow. You had Bobble Corner there. You had Alan Hertzberg, who's a judge. You had Salahuddin, who came in after me. So I am glad that I work with those guys because I learned a lot from those guys. As I tell women a lot, sometimes you have to learn from the guys as to, this is how it's operated, this is how, how to do things, this is what to expect.
But now we just need to get rid of the guys, right? Because guys, especially white guys, are passé.
We got to get more females in there.
Right.
I'm not going to feed into you, John, but but we do need absolutely more women. We need a balance in every legislative body, in judicial branches, in administrative positions. We need women everywhere at the table.
You were also at one time the county Register of Wills?
Recorder of Deeds.
Recorder of Deeds.
Oh.
Well, you know what? Wikipedia is wrong.
What does it say? Is that
it says Register of Wills. At least I thought it did. All right, Recorder of Deeds. What deeds did you record and why?
The dirty ones, John. The dirty ones.
Oh,
no.
Done dirt cheap.
No, the Recorder of Deeds office was an elected office. It was called a row office because Register of Wills, Clerk of Courts, etc. Those were all in a hallway. That's why I call them the row office. And
as in row your boat.
I'm not going to get into it, but
you don't want to sing that now?
No, not really. It's not. I haven't eaten lunch yet.
It's early.
I haven't eaten lunch.
Yeah.
So when we had that row office, everyone had a job. Some were affiliated with the courts. My office was basically very independent. We work with mortgage brokers, we work with attorneys, we work with real estate industry. This was the office that held the records of any transfer of property in Allegheny County and who owned all properties in Allegheny County.
So was that job interesting and rewarding or just way too much paperwork?
It's a lot of paperwork, but wait a minute. But when I got in there, I reduced the paperwork. I said, this is what was it, 2003? I said, we're in the 21st century. Let's get it up to snuff. So actually, we had a whole new computer system installed. There was an extreme reduction of paperwork and a lot of training with the staff. And that office is one of the premier operating type of offices in the county. And that's my vision, and more importantly, working with great staff. A lot of times people say in government, those government workers. No, there are some great government workers, great people here.
You've actually witnessed government workers working hard.
They work hard, and they are very dedicated to their work. They're very conscientious, and they're very bright and talented. This hallway was filled with artwork from city workers.
Well, how do you think that myth, if you want to say that's what it is, got started that you and I sit around here and we don't do anything all day?
You know why? Because it's only a few bad apples that spoil the whole bunch. It's like that everywhere, John.
Yes, and there are bad apples in every profession.
I took on the police in 1994-95 as far as accountability. And really, it's only a few. It was only a few. Overwhelmingly, the police force was great, but it's just trying to hold accountable the few employees. You've seen exposés on employees that have not really done what they're supposed to do or goofing off on the job or whatever. That does not reflect on the overwhelming force here in the city of Pittsburgh. Not at all.
So what led you to be Chief Urban Affairs Officer?
Bill Peduto asked me.
And you thought about it and you said yes?
Yeah, I said, yeah, why not? No.
Yeah. And what is that?
No, I've encouraged Bill Peduto. I support him when he ran for mayor. I thought he'd make a great mayor, and he is being a great mayor. And I thought it was an opportunity for me to support the entire vision.
And just to clarify, you're being sincere when you say he's a great mayor. Nobody's making you say that.
I cannot believe you. No, I'm not being forced into saying this,
I know that,
John.
but I wanted them to know that.
I just wouldn't say anything if it was
I
not
see
true.
what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does the Chief Urban Affairs Officer do?
It's what the mayor has done is built an entity within the mayor's office that is kind of sort of like a wraparound of the quality of life issues. You have the URA dealing with bricks and mortar and downtown and community development. You have the housing authority. You have all these authorities. You have public works, that the potholes, pick up the garbage, that kind of thing. But when you deal with education, faith-based entities within our community, when you deal with early childhood, when you deal with small business development, welcoming Pittsburgh, our new immigrant communities, when you deal with many of the factors that are kind of like a wraparound, the quality of life, that's why he legislated the Bureau of Neighborhood Empowerment in 2013. He legislated it and council approved that as his incoming initiative when he became mayor.
How is this different from being a city council person in terms of working with constituents? Or is it similar?
It is and it isn't. Okay, we work at the administrative mayoral level, so I don't have just one city council district to deal with. We deal with absolutely all 9 of them, and we have to level the playing field and treat everyone as I don't want to say equally, because I believe in adequacy, I believe in equity and adequacy. Sometimes some communities need more, some demographics need more than just what's equal to everybody else. You cannot compare Homewood to Squirrel Hill in terms of resources, income levels, etc. So one needs more adequacy more than it does equity.
I live on the north side. Can you do anything for me?
I lived, I mean, not anymore, but
you did for years, yes.
Yeah, I did.
I used to see you at the James Street restaurant.
James Street, yeah. You see me in Giant Eagle, the Cedar Avenue. Everyone say, Cedar Avenue, Giant Eagle. I said, it's great. It has everything you need. Trust me. Plus, you can get a jitney on the outside, so you need a car.
The bathrooms are not so great.
I never used the bathroom.
Good for you. That's what's wise.
I basically did
I have a feeling
that
none of
before
this may
I
make
left
it in the interview,
to go
but whatever.
in. Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But no, the north side has had focus. I mean, but the mayor is committed to making sure that all boats are lifted, and that he's looking for underserved communities. The Bureau of Neighborhood Empowerment is supposed to focus on the underserved communities and demographics within the city.
You seem very motivated. You seem to like your job.
I do like my job. I've always liked public service. It's just something that I've always liked doing. It has never made me rich, okay? And it can be quite onerous, but you kind of look at the overall and you look back and say, have you made a difference? And that's very fulfilling, is to know, even if it's in one life, to say thank you for helping me. You made a difference.
I'm sure you've helped many people on many occasions. Is there anything that sticks out in your mind as something you're particularly proud of? An initiative you took part in, or?
You mean since becoming Bureau of Neighborhood?
Throughout your whole career of public service.
Yeah. Well, yes, I fought a lot of good fights. The problem is the things that I remember the most are the articles that were kind of controversial. Made a big stink in the school board as soon as I walked in. Tried to enact accountability more so in the police force, and then the Department of Justice came in, absolutely instituting and mandating the same initiatives that I was arguing with at the table. So it was a vindication that I was not wrong. But it's not just the negative things, it's making a difference. That's what the good things, all the nice, easy stuff, and there's many. I don't really remember everything. I have to reach back to people and say, what did I do? I remember the hard stuff. It's the hard stuff and the hard lessons that you remember the most. And also in the county, revamping the office and seeing that when I left that office, it basically ran itself. Those employees, administrative employees that I had going in, they're the same ones that are running that office as smoothly and as efficiently.
I was going to say, more efficiency in government. That's a huge accomplishment right there.
That was a huge accomplishment. People don't understand. They say it's boring. I'm like, that was one of my biggest accomplishments.
Can you tell us something about Valerie McDonald-Roberts that most people might not know?
Seriously?
Well, you don't have to, but...
I don't want to.
You don't want to? All right.
I don't know.
Because that's the secret stuff.
That's not
I know.
secret.
We can't tell people out there.
We live life in a fishbowl.
Yeah.
There's very little secret.
So everybody knows everything already.
A lot of people don't know I broke my ankle.
I didn't know you broke your ankle. How did you break your ankle?
I'm not posting that on Facebook or anything like that. Huh? I fell down icy steps.
Can I just say that you not whining on Facebook about your broken ankle is an accomplishment right there.
I don't do that.
Worthy of praise. You should get an award for that. That's all everybody does is whine.
It's just me. Now, John, I have friends there.
You're my Facebook friend. I do not see you whining.
I don't like that. I don't personally do that, but I do empathize with people who would, need to let people know I'm hurt. Look at my foot. I just don't feel like doing that.
How long is it going to take to heal?
I'm just about done. I may be in an ankle brace next week.
But look at you. Are you home drinking hot soup? No. You're hobbling up and down the city-county building.
Honest to goodness, I thank God for the knee scooter, because with that I was able to come to work basically 3 days after I broke it. I had a knee scooter.
Were you like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places? I don't know if you remember that.
I remember the knee scooter in there.
Don't worry
okay,
about
sorry.
it. Yeah.
But knee scooter, I came to work about 3 days later, and it wasn't because I was trying to show off or prove anything. I just have a lot of work to do. I want to do it, and I don't want to sit at home.
Well, I don't want to keep you all day since you have work to do. Anything you'd like
to do, John?
You do? All right. Well, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Valerie McDonald-Roberts has work to do.
I have work to do.
Thanks for watching City Talk. I'm John McIntire. See you next time.